Hello, I'm Councillor Sue Blatchford and I'm Mayor of Southampton, and I'm sharing with you some of the very precious items in the building which are actually normally locked away. Southampton is unusual. We actually have a ceremonial sheriff. The Queen appoints a high sheriff for every county, but 16 city and towns in England and Wales retain a ceremonial sheriff. So our sheriff wears a different chain of office. It's 100 years younger than the mayoral chain, so the sheriff's chain dates from 1892 and was given by a chap called William Goddard Lancaster, JP, who sadly never became the mayor because he was deaf. And the councillors, aldermen and burgesses at the time, a bit discriminatory, didn't want to have a deaf mayor. So a 15-carat looped gold chain with badges from previous mayors, which includes Richard Andrews, and at the end there is a very special badge which has the bar gate over the coat of arms of the city, and it indicates that Mr. Lancaster presented it to his successors, the sheriffs of Southampton. But because he didn't become mayor, what I really love is that there is a original black and white photograph of William Goddard Lancaster, which has remained on the chain in perpetuity, especially seeing he didn't become the mayor. So an original black and white photograph. One of the other special things out of the cabinet is the front door key for this building, the Civic Centre, which was opened in 1932 by the Duke and Duchess of York, who later became, or rather Duke of York became King George VI. A very special key with the coat of arms on the top, and interestingly they made a special lock for the art gallery which used this same key. So in 1939 this same key was used by the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester to actually open the art gallery. Whilst being the mayor is a great honour, a far greater honour given to people of the town, or important people, is the freedom of the city. It's rarely given and should be rarely given, so that it actually retains its specialness. And this is the casket which we now use to present the scrolls to anybody who's received the freedom of the city. But this casket contained the scroll given to Sir Sidney Kimber, who was instrumental in this building and instrumental in getting the cenotaph built in 1920. So a very key person in the life of our town in the distant past. So we have an inscription on one side about the date when he got the freedom of the city. On one end there is a ship, and because the funnels are red and black, we know that it's a Cunard ship. And then we have an image of the Civic Centre, although it's actually missing its clock tower, which meets in with the time because the clock tower wouldn't have been built when Sir Sidney received the freedom of the city. And then on the other end you have an image of the cenotaph, and on the top of the box you've actually got the coat of arms of the city. So if you've received the freedom of the city, this is when you actually get your scroll in it.